Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of the Lapis Re. And last episode, we finally started to actually get into some idol stuff with our main girls. You know, they realize our point situation's not great, the whole situation with the, the stolen map and all that. That costs us a lot of points. That's not going to be easy to make up. This is pretty much what we got to do. And we got to at least pass Sugar Pockets. I think that's kind of where the bar was set for us, So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully. We also had our main girl Tiara kind of making up with Yua. We find out a bit more about what her deal is, why she was kind of salty towards poor Tiara. And by the end of the episode, they seem to be on pretty good place now. They're not quite at the hugging and kissing territory just yet, but I don't think Yua's gonna bully her anymore, which is kind of the important thing because I never enjoyed seeing that. So we also got to see a Sugar Pockets performance last episode. That was nice. They were plenty cute, and they really built up Ray a lot. That group, the kind of legendary group, is kind of what's the bar set at for most of the orchestra. The ones that had their magic carried by their song and all that good stuff. I think they even said something about defeating magic beasts with it, something like that. And also that Chloe is part of it, the director. So maybe we could talk to her about that, which I'm pretty sure was where we ended off. Tiara got to the office and she saw her and then just cut. So maybe we could get back into that now. So let's get into it and see. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, our usual thing first. Bum, 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 bum. Now anime. Only takes about 30 seconds to get to it. That's good. So, are you gonna be helpful? That's an excellent bow. They definitely are. Everything. Oh, I'd love to see her interact with her sister. Yeah, does she not talk about her group? I see. Please do. I'd love to get stories of this group. Probably the embarrassing ones. Instinct Orchestra? Oh, we're gonna... Wow, she really did talk like that. Every group needs a tuning member. Just the hand, the face. So good. It's a shame she seemed to have grown out of that. If you say so. Oh my god. It's so weird seeing her like this, though. I would love that. She even has like one of the eyes covered by the hair, like an eye patch. I am watching. That excellent job. I couldn't have done it better myself. Oh, there's more. Oh, yeah, that's quite pretty. She just Like, is that literally all how she talks all the time? Sure she would. Always about that sister. There's nothing wrong with that. That was the whole point. That's a great picture, by the way. It's like a ray of light to the soul. Yeah, I mean, she was quite different back then. No, Bizarre was fine. Oh, they play dodgeball too. I mean, Camilla's the vampire name. Oh, Daibancho had a vampire named Camilla. Wow. They really were quite the group, weren't they? I got that. Great transition. Did you say My Hime? I'm pretty sure there's an anime called that. Oh. Oh, wow. Wow, she is quite friendly. That was some excellent moves. I approve of the skinship, for sure. I feel free to. I think that's a great idea. And she knows how to use her fingers on the girls. Okay, I quite like her. Let's see her. I have money. I demand products. Okay. Almost. Hello, homeless person. Okay. Are we gonna give the lady like a piggyback ride? Or just heal her? I guess that works too. You know, very angel-like. You like her name. Oh no. Oh jeez. We're never getting home. I imagine the local healing angel girl would be quite popular. Yeah, I mean, she seemed pretty nice. I mean, we gotta get on their level. Their group seemed pretty great. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, how does that work? Uh, do you, how? What? Elaborate, please. I mean, she doesn't seem that angel-like, but if you say so. Little bit. This is not an angel. This is like a Gabriel dropout angel. So you could tell us about, yeah, our sister. Lucy. Which one's Lucy again? uh, so I guess all that behavior was just an act. Nope. They are quite close, clearly, though. Okay. Fair enough. Phase. Really just reminded me of Gabriel Dropout. Okay. I would love to check up on her. She seemed pretty great. I would love to see some of that. That bad? Are you laughing over there? Azure Reaper? Oh god. Yeah, everybody has their Trinibio phase, it's fine. Fight, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss. It really is wonderful to watch. Even though we haven't done idol stuff yet. Right, so that was the reason behind it. Become the allies of their group and help them. Yeah, usually people have choices with that. It's all good. Yes, so I'm sure she'll let them do it. Yeah, we know. Just gotta do our best. There we go. Better be a good one, though. Okay, we got our permission. Just had to listen to a lot of back in the old days storytelling to get there. A lot happened, okay? We had an invited guest and everything. Oh, what are you imagining over there? I would like to know specific details. That's a yes. Right? Yes, you couldn't see the top of my hands, but it was up there. And now we practice. Now it's actually an idle anime. Oof. Careful. Working on lyrics. Because, yeah, you gotta get lyrics, gotta get dance choreography, you gotta get the singing practice in. You know, gotta build up stamina, of course, which, yeah, that's what that is. I know the basics of idle anime preparation stuff. A lot of sparkles. Also very important training here. Wish my bed had a curtain. Not even joking, I would love that. So, how'd you sleep? Oh geez, that is a mess and she is just on the floor. You don't look okay. You are not okay. You are dead inside. I would know. Yeah, sleeping is another important part of the training. You were trying to scare me. She is impressive. We should all aim to be like Rose. Costumes? Costumes, definitely. We may know someone like that. We'll get things figured out, don't worry. And there she is. We'll gladly take your help, Mary Berry. Yeah. For that hug. Are you okay with her, Ashley? And more sugar pockets. A lot of books. I could crush a person if it falls over. Thank you for reminding me of what her name was. I mean, I pretty much remembered the gist of who everyone is, just not quite names on all of them. That's definitely her work mode. I saw Emily, I was waiting for her to show up. I guess she showed up too. Some more skinship. Wow, she's going to town on that foot from behind. I bet you could do something if you want to. Oh, that's Lucy, okay. Lucifer, okay, now I get it. I guess that makes sense. I should have got that earlier. Yeah, they're getting there. It's a moon. Yeah. With pretty much everything in life. You start doing something, you suck at it, it's horrible, and then you slowly get decent at it. Being an idol is included in that, of course. Only the most proper behavior for witches. Now we're outside. Oh wow, great view. I mean, I think we've been here before. But still a great view. It just kind of stuck, doesn't it? Oh, that's a good point. The unit's gonna have a name. If we could call ourselves Lapis Re. For sure. We gotta agree on one, that's the hard part. Do we got nothing? She's doing sit-ups. Oh, and push-ups, wow. You know, she was so athletic. They really are. That's not bad, actually, but we gotta at least do better than the folklore. The one name. Hustle 5. Do we have to have 5 in the name? Is that like a requirement? Yeah, let's think outside the box. No. No. There's always that one person that makes the kind of suggestion in this kind of situation. Maybe we could call ourselves... I mean, light's gotta be in the name, surely. Yeah. Because now you have more precious memories. And, you know, precious people. That goes in hand. That's a gorgeous shot. What part of it? There was like a full sentence she said. So we're actually gonna see our performance. Okay, that's sooner than I expected. But okay. So we can't suck. We can't afford to. Yeah, Amelia. Yep, very important moment. You want to watch this, Yue. You know you want to. Somebody's skulking in the background. Our sister trio. Right. Oh. Guess they're making a grand entrance. But okay, that's... I said light would be in the name, I guess it just was the name. Okay. Oh, wow. They are gonna do this very creatively, aren't they? Yeah, just talk. They really did take my advice of thinking outside the box. The whole world is our stage. Just bouncing around town. 2, 1, jump! That is a freaking big number, Jesus Christ. Man, the lights, the colors, it's so much. The sweat is real. I think the audience is into it. Come on, you know you like it too. For a second, I thought the clothes were actually evaporating a sparkle. Just anyway, that was pretty good. That definitely worth the 72% or whatever, at least. Come on, you clap, get excited, cheer, get out a glow stick, something. I'll take it. It's something. That's who she is. That's the best praise we're gonna get. But I thought it was great. That looks yellow to me. So I think we did good. Wish I could join in on the group hug. It's unfortunate that I can't. She's just so much taller than Lucy. It's so noticeable. Oh. Why do you look so freaking smug? But everyone is kind of, you know, giving their praise to them. Bum, 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 bum. Kanpai. Yes. It's a big moment. Just pretty much what I was thinking. Freaking, I saw that face earlier. Yeah, so let's continue to not get expelled. Is it a mystery? Do you have something for us? It's better be good news. We don't want any more bad news. It's not a love letter, right? I feel like it's gonna be bad news. I have the feeling. We always get bad news. Yeah, it's definitely bad news. Is it failure? Oh, because you ran around so much? Is that gonna screw us over? Nothing can ever just work out, can it? It was still a nice performance regardless. So that was this 8th episode of Lapis Relights. And, you know, last episode we brought up the idea of doing our orchestra. And this episode we finished our preparations and actually did it, right? But that wasn't until after we had our very important chat with Chloe, the kind of ex-member of the raid team and the director, right? So she's a pretty good source of, like, stories and stuff from the group. And that allowed us to actually get some pretty good flashbacks of them, and I love the flashbacks of them. They were like a great group. I mean, I would be okay with a prequel, focus on them. That's how much I liked them, so I'm really glad we got that. And Chloe definitely was stressing the fact that Tiara is quite similar to Eliza, however that's pronounced, which is to be expected. They're sisters, you know, and they clearly care a lot about each other. We definitely got that from the flashback, you know, her making this specific flower spell thing just for her sister, and your sister remembering it and obviously really liked it. So all that stuff was great to get, and we got like a bit of kind of like spotlight focus on each individual member of Rei, you know, giving us a quick feel for their character. And Yuzuriha's was pretty great. She's obviously very much skinship heavy person, pretty high on the Yuri level, like definitely a solid 9.5 out of 10, I would say. We had kissing, we had shoulder massaging, we had pulling her into the cabaret. She's pretty high on that scale, probably the highest character we've seen so far, although our ghost girl is pretty high too. So, you know, that was all nice. And you know, we also had Camilla, you know, not sure exactly what the best word to describe her is, but she was pretty great, you know, pretty confident, pretty cool. You know, she can strike a pose for sure. And we had our angel girls, Anja, however you pronounce that, you know, and she's obviously was meant to be showcased as a very, you know, nice, kind, angelic, helpful sort of girl, you know, healing people and whatnot. And that's nice. And then we got another reveal of her later on. But that's all we got for that period. And then, you know, the door opened and we had an eavesdropper. At this point, I probably should have put together in my head that they are the same person, but I didn't. That possibility never even crossed my mind. But, you know, now that I'm kind of skimming through it again, it seems so obvious, you know, especially with the timing of that it happened, right? But, you know, that's me for you. But yeah, our pink-haired girl from the show is actually the same pink-haired girl as the pink-haired girl from Ray's group, you know? She just kind of left and came back, and now she's part of a different unit with, you know, Lucy. And she's very much different than what the story Chloe told, you know? That kind, angelic girl is not quite the same, doesn't seem like the same girl we got here now. At first thought maybe they were trying to imply she just acted different back then, like she was playing on a role for popularity. But it kind of seemed like they were more implying that she just changed over time, you know? Just the way we see her sitting there on the chair, like, I don't know if I can do it. Like, leg over the other leg, you know, hand behind there, just being like, yeah, whatever, I'm drinking tea, got a problem with that. You know, just really trying to demonstrate delinquent-ish sort of, you know, disposition. I'm not sure the best way to phrase it. But yeah, definitely trying to develop a big contrast between how she acted back then and how she acts now. It's a very noticeable difference, for sure. And I did enjoy seeing the two of them kind of butting heads, because that's what really helps sell the fact that they are friends, they have known each other for a long time. So that was great to see. And, of course, Tiara getting kind of a kick out of watching them act that way was good, too. And this one bit where she actually did try to do a bit of a cutesy pose here. Like, yeah, she gets off the couch and just, like, you know, does that whole thing. And Chloe kind of laughs at her. That was great. Just all of that stuff was great. Really glad we got all this insight into the Ray group and the individuals in it and stuff like that. And that was a pretty cool reveal on her character. Just a lot of good stuff here, you know, especially also Chloe's kind of embarrassment of the whole Chuni phase she was in. Her little Azure Reaper from Hell nickname, whatever she had, you know, because obviously Angelica had to kind of give that sort of payback because she revealed kind of her secrets, so she reveals her secrets, and it's a reveal secret party, really. So, but yeah, she was just so ridiculously Chuni back then with all those lines, you know, trying to be all poetic and stuff. It was great. Obviously, she acts nothing like that now, but whenever you get a character that can kind of remind a character of their Chuni past, that's always great, you know, because they always regret it, you know. Dark Flame Master and all that. So that was all great. And then we got to give the good news to the group that we are allowed to do our orchestra. And then at that point, it was a matter of seeing all the preparation, you know, dancing, lyrics, running, like, you know, building stamina, like everything we got to do. Costumes are probably in there somewhere. Yeah, it was right there. I think. Yeah, they definitely did that. And then, you know, after a while, we just see them all dead there because that's a lot of work, you know. Lynette especially was just like done with it all in those eyes. And, you know, Ashley just kind of conked out on the table. And them kind of realizing just how incredible Rosetta is, you know, because she can handle all this without too much issue. And then we had our, you know, our Mayberry girl helping out with some of the technological stuff. You know, we got a big stack of books. We got massages. We got foot massages specifically, which was a quite nice little scene there. And everything was just great, you know, everything was building up to this performance. We even had a little discussion on the name, which ended up just being Lights, I guess, you know, fair enough. It's not a bad name. I did enjoy kind of like the time lapse of them just hanging out there trying to come up with a name. One of them doing sit-ups and push-ups to pass the time, and Lavi just climbing the pole, you know, because why not? But yeah, coming up with a name is always the hardest part of anything. Like, you might have had an experience in the past where you're just like about to play a video game, like an MMO specifically, where the first thing you gotta do is make your name, you know, character creation, all that, and you just kind of sit there for an hour being like, let's see, what would be a good name? Oh, I know. And you type in a name, you hit submit, it's like, oh, name is already taken. So then you sit there for another hour, and eventually you just do the same name with a bunch of numbers afterwards. You know, that's relatable for everyone, right? Or is that just me? Then we got to actually see the performance, you know. You as a group, you know, trying to get her to be excited for, like, hey, you know, this is Eliza's sister. She's doing her thing. This is great. Come on, get into this, Yua. And then even by the end of it, even though Yua clearly thought it was pretty good, she was doing that tsundere type of praise. Like, I guess I could give you a little bit of acknowledgement. Sure, whatever. I mean, it wasn't that great, but I guess it wasn't terrible. You know, that kind of level of praise. It's always kind of cute. But, you know, the performance and stuff was good. You know, they definitely had a little creative element with the whole split up around town sort of thing. However, it appears that's kind of backfired in the fact that they like, I think it was last episode, they made a point to mention that they do this like district by district because, you know, they're all like counted differently and they go to different spots because you can't like do it from one spot and cover the whole town. You know, they kind of talked about that last episode. And I think it was in preparation for this because they definitely like ran around different spots. So I guess it was kind of like dispersed, right? Like it doesn't count for one district, so like I guess that's kind of screws up their rating system. I don't know exactly how the rating system works, but the gist of it is the way they did it kind of screwed them over, it seems like, because the group could just never catch a break is what it seems to be the case. So yeah, I guess we'll see how much trouble we're in, how screwed we are next episode. But yeah, the performance and stuff was great. They called themselves Lights, and there was plenty of lights. We had like a rainbow at some point. It was good, you know. I still think we can't beat the supernova costumes, and even the what was the name of the one group? The very Japanesey one, you know, that I also really liked. Their costumes were great too. Although Lights' costumes are good, they're not at the level of either of those, in my personal preference, but they definitely weren't bad. I'd say top 3. Overall performance was great, you know. A big part of it is just we've actually had a lot of time to really get to know these characters and get a connection to them. That definitely did help my enjoyment of their performance because it really felt like a real payoff. So, you know, which is something we don't have with a lot of the groups. You know, a lot of people, we have like one episode to get to know them, and then we have their performance at the end. So not quite as much attachment as we have with them. So that was definitely one advantage they had going into it. And they definitely looked like they were having a great time, like probably more so than most of the other groups. You could really feel the fun factor. So And then we have like a little bit of a montage of people like kind of congratulating them, praising them and whatnot. Lobby clearly having to go to her head, you know, just that smug look. I almost expected her nose to grow long for some reason. Not quite sure why. And then as we're celebrating, we're given a letter which was bad news, because of course a letter's bad news, because we're always getting bad news in this show. It's honestly pretty tragic, but overall, despite that, it was a good episode. We got a lot of good stuff in it, and hopefully things can work out. Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, for our first performance, that was really good, for sure. And yeah, just looking forward to the next one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.